Welcome to a distant future full of possibilities, where the enigmatic Florivans are humanity's alien best friends, and the gift of the quantum space drive allows starships to slip through the veiled dimension they call the strange as they visit distant planets and stars. Come along with the Astral Navigators and their Florivan counterparts as they explore the galaxy and build friendships that will change the course of history. The strange is calling you. Greetings, friend-shaped entities, and welcome to the first episode of the Strange Space Adventures podcast. I'm Katie Silverwings, author of the award-winning Strange Space Adventures series of optimistic science fiction stories. On this podcast, I'll be reading those stories to you every week. My characters and I look forward to sharing their world with you. The world of Strange Space is an optimistic future where anything is possible and people are accepted for who they are. It's a cozy, welcoming place, really. At the time of these stories, humanity has its collective act together for the most part. The stories my characters have to tell center around themes of adventure, exploration, found family, friendship, and finding one's place in the galaxy, whatever that might turn out to be. If you like cozy, slice-of-life sci-fi with a side of hope-punk adventure and neat aliens, you're in the right place. Every episode of this podcast will feature a segment from one of my Strange Space Adventures books. There's several of them out now, including Feathered Friendship, Celadon, How Ocean Merlani Stole Their Navigator, The Garden in the Darkness, Warmth in Darkness, Tales of the Navigators Volume 1, and On the Subject of Kittens and Mittens. If you're impatient to hear more of the story, you can find links to get copies of all of my books, including the brand new Strange Space coloring book, in the episode description or by visiting my website, www.katiesilverwings.com. There are lots of stories to tell from this little universe of mine, and my characters are always bringing me new ones. All of their stories are episodic and self-contained, so you can start at any point you like on the shared timeline. As you read or listen to more stories, my characters will reveal more of their lives and world to you. Season 1 of the Strange Space Adventures podcast will be centered around the first novella I published in the series, Feathered Friendship. This is the story of Bernadette, one of my all-time favorite characters, who just happens to be a talking budgie, and her family. To give you a taste of what's to come, here's the back of the book. Something new is about to hatch. Dr. Ariadne Salzar-Newman is not a mad scientist. She is a scientist, a brilliant one at that, but she's hardly mad. If one asks MSS Venture's staff psychologist and QSD engineer, the Florivan elder Navy Earleam, she's only amusingly eccentric, with a bit more of a fascination with the strange than is healthy for a human. That fascination has her once again working with the dangerous miasmas of quantum space in hopes of making travel through that veiled dimension safer for human starships. It's not particularly safe for a scientist, for sure. Still, having taken Navy's apprentice under her wing as a part-time assistant, she's safer than usual. Working with her is good for Cobalt Meriday, too, if only because her unique brand of oddity seems to be the only thing capable of helping them. Even Dr. Salzar-Newman has no reason to suspect just how much of an effect this particular project will have on her family and her protege, nor how far-reaching the consequences will be. Little Bernadette is not an ordinary budgerigger. I'm so excited to finally be sharing this story with you in podcast form. Feathered Friendship is dear to my heart as a story, and I look forward to hearing what y'all think of it. If you'd like to read ahead, it is available in book form and ebook form already. The links for that are on my website. And if you'd like to get access to other neat perks like the official Strange Space timeline and encyclopedia, all of my free coloring pages, and a few other cool things that are coming up this year, head on over to my website, www.katiesilverwings.com, and join the official Strange Space fan club. It's free to join. All members of the fan club get to be among the first to hear about all of my upcoming projects. For a small monthly donation, you can join one of the higher membership tiers, where you can access a full archive of all of my stories that have been put on my website and all sorts of other shiny rewards. Thank you so much to my current fan club members for making this podcast possible, especially my absolutely stellar Astral Navigator tier member, Sharon T. Hinton. Thank you all so much for listening to the Strange Space Adventures podcast. I can't wait to share more of my stories with you in the new year. This is Katie Silverwings reminding you to stay shiny. The Strange Space Adventures podcast is brought to you by Pep Talk Productions, LLC, and Katie Silverwings. Strange Space is trademarked to Katie Silverwings, and all content of this podcast is copyright Katie Silverwings and Pep Talk Productions, LLC. If you enjoy this podcast and would like to hear more of it, please like, share, and subscribe, and if you can, leave a review on your podcast app of choice. To learn more about Strange Space Adventures and Katie Silverwings, visit www.katiesilverwings.com and follow @Katie Silverwings on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky.